And here we are at in the lock. I'm here with Xavier again, and Czapek is showing us Donzé, where they make the dials, the enamel dials, for the watches.
They've been our partners for so long.
Oh yeah.
And it's always a pleasure to come here.
Yes.
That's really the heart of matchmaking and the heart of craftsmanship. Creating incredible things with your own hands. That's what we are behind.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so here we are in Donzé Cadrans in Le Locle, and I'm introducing you to Claude-Éric. Claude-Éric has been a good friend, a good supporter of Czapek since the beginning. He's the head of Donzé Cadrans, and Donzé Cadrans is specialized for making the most incredible enamel dial for watchmaking, and in fact for clocks sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's long time ago.
Yeah.
So he's going to explain us. We came here especially to speak about the Goutte D'Eau, this very special dial, and he's going to show us and explain us how they are making it.
Okay, join me. Here we have some basic plate, as you can see here. This is a silver alloy, 925. This is made, the pattern is made by stamping process, and as you can see here, this is a real 3D effect. And the difficulties it's to covering this pattern with the enamel, because if you do not protect all the basic plate with the enamel layer, the first time when you go to the oven, you will have a lot of black spot and black line. Here you can see Elodie, it's in charge of enameling the dial. This is the first layer with a paintbrush mixed with water. The blue color, it's a special blue color made only for Czapek. It's a development of this type of color, very special color. And the deepness of the enamel, it's from 0.5 millimeters to 0.2 millimeters. It's the depth, it's 0.3 millimeters difference between the back and the top of the wave. And after that, we have to go to the oven. We have about 5 layers of enamel, and put the dial in flat position before we have to add the teeth. You can see here one pieces with the layer of enamel before polishing, because they are not polished today. You can see here.
So the
finishing, it's from the oven. Now, after that, we have to make a lot of operation for polishing the dial for the finishing, nice finishing.
So the color change is really due to the 3D effect. It's the enamel is only one color, and it's only because you have differences of depth that you can create this color change and this sort of mesmerizing effect. Because in fact, it is flat, it is like 2D, but it's 3D below the level of the enamel, and it creates this effect where your brain is telling you, oh, what's happening there? It seems like it's moving, it seems like a wave below the water.
Yeah. But here we have 0.5 millimeters, and it creates a lot of tension, and sometimes we have a lot of rejected pieces during the process. When we drill the center hole and you cut the external part, normally it's 30% of rejected pieces, but here it's 50%. We have a lot of rejected pieces, unfortunately. And it creates the line when we cut the center hole. Elodie will show you into the oven. Like that you will see the different color when you put into the oven. It turning from green color to blue. It's an incredible process.
Okay, so you can see the temperature of the oven is nearly 800 degrees.
Right. It's hot.
Huh?
So she has to go slowly. She goes too fast, makes a reaction. I can't remember what reaction it is. Elodie, c'est quoi la réaction? Il faut que tu parles dans le micro. Ah non, sinon c'est toi.
The first thing is you have to remove the water, because if you go to the oven with the water boil and we have a lot of bubble. And now we have to remove the water before we put the die into the oven for the cooking operation.
It's funny because it looks like crystallized at the beginning.
And now she closed the door for about 2 minutes.
So we are thinking about developing a timer with an alarm for Claude-Éric of 2 minutes exactly.
No, it's not exactly
she
2 minutes.
And the fact
Depending.
is, it's not exactly 2 minutes.
No.
It's
about.
It's about. Yeah?
It's about.
And only her eyes, she can tell, okay, it's ready or not ready. Huh? So you see it's green. And it will turn from green to blue.
And we can see it turning.
Yes?
Yeah, but you have to put here. She will put here and you will see the color will change.
It's about 1 minute process.
And now the color is changing,
Yes.
turning to blue. Slowly, but
Je suis sûr que tu dis à tes enfants de mettre le couvert en 2 minutes, non?
Il faut.
It's becoming blue.
yeah. That's the first layer of enamel.
And how many layers we do?
T'as combien de couches?
3, 4.
3, 4 layers. But after that you have to repair. Yeah.
Today at AB Product and AB Concept. 2 companies in one. And AB stands for Aurélien Boucher. He's here with me. And Aurélien has been with us since the beginning, since 2016, making the first cases for Czapek. And is really behind every new development that is complex, that is concerning the cases, the bracelets, system mechanism, micro adjust. All this is coming from his brain and his team. And here we're going to see how to go from a plan for an Antarctic sea link in the bracelet to the final machining of this Antarctic, and that's just a simulation. After we'll see the machine doing it. Okay, so go ahead, Yannick. So you see the machining machine coming in, creating the holes. Then eliminating the metal, creating the final shape, and then eliminating the excess of metal so that it's not that it's clean, sharp, but not too sharp. I should say precise, and precision is really the key behind machining watchmaking components, even for a simple bracelet. Now we're going to go into what is the most difficult of all, creating a titanium bracelet. Because titanium is much more difficult to machine, and then you want high quality if you don't want your customers to be disappointed after a few days of wearing it. So we are inside the belly of the beast, and Yannick is going to start the machine. Attends qu'il se rapproche. Yeah. And here the machining will start. And so he's going to create exactly the same component as the one we have seen before on computer. because there is a lot of oil. It's not easy to see, but now you will see the tool that is turning. It's preparing the piece after it will dig the hole, following exactly the same sequence as the one we saw in the computer. C'est quoi les grands challenges quand tu fais du titane comme ça? La plus grosse difficulté, c'est quoi? Alors, tu faire l'état de surface. Je me demandais quels étaient les gros challenges quand on usine du titane comme ça. Donc, il me disait l'état de surface.
Oui.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y aurait d'autre?
Affiner l'état de surface pour qu'en finition, il y ait le moins de coups possible.
D'accord.
Après, ne pas aller trop vite. En fait, faut pas chauffer la matière, sinon ça fait de la poudre.
Voilà.
Voilà. Ça déstructure la matière.
Oui.
Et après la finition, la prendre.
Ouais.
Et après, ne pas aller trop vite pour pas cramer la bonne machine.
Ouais. Voilà.
How long does it take?
So, for the Antarctic titanium, AB product is machining and finishing all the components of the habillage, the case and the bracelets. We've seen the bracelet being machined before they were doing the cases. So here we have the titanium cases, and Luc, who started polishing for Czapek and AB when his beard was just long like that, is now long like this, you see. And he's polishing the titanium case. So the difficulty is that the titanium needs to be machined slowly to avoid to heat up, because it's so hard that it's heating up very easily. And when you heat up, you break the structure of the metal, and then it makes what people call orange skin. So a finish that is really not nice, and you want to avoid that. So the trick is to machine slowly with a very good precision, so that the finish after machining is already very good, and then you make the final polishing finish with special toolings, so that you can erase what people call the peau d'orange or orange skin. So Amandine here is assembling the case. The most difficult part is probably to make it perfect with the polish that is well polished without any ray, the satin that remains satin without cutting at the same time, and of course you have the little crown protection that has to be perfectly adjusted to the case. C'est quoi la grosse difficulté de ce travail, Amandine?
Être sûr d'assembler des composants qui soient tous parfaits et puis les laisser parfaits avec le temps.
Voilà.
Toujours être minutieux et puis ne pas abîmer les composants.
The difficulty of her job is that normally what she receives is perfect. So it's a job that can be a bit frustrating, because if you don't do your job perfectly, then you will make a little ray. And so she's fighting against making a mistake instead of fighting for doing something great. So that's the psychological dimension that is hard to live when you do that job. So it's not an easy job. It seems to be just assembling like this, but you'd have to be very precise. Meticulous, we say in French. Meticulous, probably in English.
Yes, meticulous.
And this precision and meticulosity and love for the good work is what makes the difference. So here I have in my hands the final piece of bracelet that will be that is assembled, and the sensation is completely surreal. It's so light, so soft, so the feeling is incredible. And you see, at the end we will even have a micro adjust. Probably that's going to be the first micro adjust of the industry. I have not checked if other people were doing that on titanium, but everything is getting ready and will be delivered at the beginning of 2025.